maybe we won't. This diagnostic port is right here. You can check your vitals like this.
Could I just always leave it plugged in?
No. I mean, you could, but no.
Yeah, that looks nicer than that one.
What?
It looks nicer than my SMB one.
Yeah. Motor work. It's a Cummins. It's broken down all the time. We gotta fix it. Okay, there that is. So you make more bread, right?
Hmm?
This is the bread maker. You really should probably stick it through your firewall first.
Should be good though.
What?
Should be good though.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna go all the way up so when we stick it through the loom, it won't spread itself. There it is. Okay.
So now that stays plugged in all the time or no?
Yes, this stays plugged in all the time. I gotta figure out what it fits though. If we figure out what it but it's a mini max. It should fit an 06, 7, 12. Like when I sold mine off my 06 and I put it on, the guy came with a 4th gen dually. So it should fit a bunch of them. Look at the difference, guys. How this is so simple, and both of these are just freaking nuts. We're just trying to look at some gauges on this truck, and look at all the stuff we have to do. But oh my gosh, this thing is crazy. I freaking love this thing. This thing is freaking nuts, guys. We actually just had the low fuel light come on, which is awesome. So that light works. I know a lot of you were like, oh, the wait to start lights above the Cummins thing might have a bulb out. We probably do. As you can see, that upper control arm is just, it's so sad. It's so sad. I'm probably gonna order all the suspension components tonight, get that coming. And then right on the steering shaft, as you can see, this moves so much prior to even turning any wheel. But up here on this steering shaft, you can see that, I don't know what you can see, but yeah, this is kind of loose. It's very leaky here. I'm gonna see what we can do to get this fixed, but pretty much this whole thing, yeah, right there. You see that? That's the steering wheel play. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on. This, I don't know. Oh, hopefully you guys can see. I'm trying, guys. But this steering wheel play, or this is the play in the steering wheel before anything moves. So we're gonna figure out what we can do to tighten that up. Get a new upper control arm for this. Honestly, I'll probably do new shocks all the way around. Springs up here for both. The rear, the leaf springs look pretty chill, but I may or may not order a set of leaf springs. Everything for this truck is relatively cheap. Relatively, as I say. But that, like I said, there's a bed out there still, so I probably should just tell the guy I want it and get that thing up here. But I am so happy I bought this thing, and when we're done with it, like I said, just a whole new slew of body parts on this guy, and this thing is gonna be nuts. Just stay tuned to the build plans video as well. This thing is going to be awesome. But for this, we're still color matching the Banana Ram. The parts are actually in the oven drying, but it started raining outside and I'm not trying to ruin a headliner, so I had to get everything in here to protect this. So that's still drying. Before we leave, we might be able to put that on there today. And then obviously our third handle, yeah, no, our tailgate handle, that's fully color matched, ready to go as well. It looks super sweet. I'm gonna reassemble it, put it in there. I didn't go with the chrome one, I did paint it, and I honestly think that was probably the best choice with all the chrome back here. Like I said, this truck was just supposed to be touch of chrome. Yeah, letting those dry up. We're just waiting to install some gauges, guys, on Mike's truck over here, and yeah, you know, pretty chill day. Guys, well, this is almost the final piece to this truck. I got to get another one of these little plastic cubby things in there, but I borrowed this off of this truck for the yellow truck when I converted the interior, because everything was kind of back ordered, but we finally got this in there, so I'm gonna slap this in. No, that's not even the right piece. That's not even it. What the heck did I order? Oh my gosh. It's always something. Always something. I guess we'll figure out what the correct piece is and get that ordered. Yeah. Okay. I will. Oh. Come on. All right, we're gonna put like an alternator in this thing or something.
That's gotta be.
baby. I still need an exhaust tip for this guy. Oh, well, I have the tip. I just need a clamp. I love the black roof off those wheels, even with the touch of chrome on this truck. But everything, all the plastics and everything else is black. This thing came out super freaking clean. All right, guys, here's the perfect example. You see this right here. Well, there's a pedal commander on this truck, and I do have a pedal monster for it. I just haven't swapped it yet. But this is what happened. I was literally just driving this thing. Throttle, it just dies because the pedal commander or something gets a little whacked up. But to alleviate this, Banks made that safety where if their module acts up, it returns the truck to stock. So I just limped myself 15 miles an hour down this road. But luckily, this has happened to me in my green truck, and I know what's happening here. So I'm gonna get underneath here and unplug it really quick. Yeah, guys, see, here's the pedal commander. And all we're really gonna do, I mean, that sucks that happens, but we'll come underneath here and unplug it from the pedal. And then come back here and get the stock one, which is right here, and put that back in. So now we got stock throttle again. Here's the pedal commander. It's the second one that's actually failed on me. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. That's why I like the Banks Power one. The one in my green truck failed, and then this one just did as well. I fully recommend throttle boosters. Night and day difference, game changer. But look at that. I can't make that up. That literally just happened. I wish I grabbed the camera while I was limping, but traffic was behind me. I just want to put that up and show you guys this because I don't sit there and use Banks products just because, like across the board on all my trucks now. I know they work, I can trust them, and they have safety features like that, and they're the real deal. All right, guys, so we let these dry overnight. I didn't want to really mess with it. I just stuck them in the oven and we cleaned up a little bit yesterday, but these turned out awesome. I don't know, I'll have to test if I should have scuffed the whole light and then taped it off and painted, and then maybe when I cleared it, it would come like, you know, glossy and like see-through again, just like normal, you know, normal paint. But I didn't scuff this section. The clear seems to have laid perfectly. It gave me a little trouble at first, but a couple layers of clear on this and everything is like nice and smooth here and like absolutely perfect. This clear looks absolutely incredible. Honestly, it's actually not that bad either for painting it out in the open. But what we're gonna do here is these are the factory incandescent bulbs, just for the cargo lights. We're gonna actually swap these really quick before I put the light back in. I mean, I don't think they're technically T10s, but T10s should work just fine. We're about to find out. That's a giant bulb with a T10 bottom. But I'm hoping these work because I don't really wanna take this out again. I guess we need to figure out if it works. Should I do the middle one? Mm-hmm. But it might give me a brake light out code. But it's just red. So I might just leave that one and leave the other ones white because I don't want to deal with a brake light out code. It's just gonna light up red no matter what. It'd be legendary if I put them in the right way the first time. 2. All right, so just, yeah, so give it a test. Polarity is backwards. Perfect. Honestly, guys, that's actually pretty darn clean. If you guys want to color match your third brake light, just stock, change them out to LEDs and paint the bezel around it. That's what Retro Shop does, but that looks super clean and simple, and you already have the brake light. You don't really got to do much. If it's not smoked or LED, you don't got to break it open, but that looks pretty clean. Do that on every ram now, why not? This is absolutely nuts. The Bananarama is actually fully, and finally I can say fully color matched. It kind of bugs me I didn't clean behind the handle before I put it in, but it'll get dirty eventually anyway. But Bananarama is fully color matched. Handle looking sharp. Obviously tailgate looking sharp. I love that I did the plastics. Love that I did the license plate light surrounds. I love all of that. Love that I did the bed rails. Like I said, still don't know what I want to do with the bed. I know I said I wanted to do a red liner, but might be freaking a lot. But like every time I come and stand almost in this exact spot, because my truck's usually parked here, and then I look at the bed, I'm like, dude, I think it would look pretty darn sweet with that liner in there. Honestly, I think it would. So I think I'm still up in the air. I might sit there and just shoot it. And like I said, I can always shoot it black again. I can always return it back to stock. But like, I just feel like with all this, that bed almost looks out of place somehow. And my other option was I could shoot the bed detonator yellow. I could do the whole bed in detonator yellow too, but then I'm like, that might be too much yellow. So even from here, you're like, dope, Bananarama with a red bed. I think that would be beyond sweet, to be honest. Either that or yellow. But the 5th gen tails came out freaking amazing, guys. The handle looks awesome too. Obviously, bumpers, everything done. We still might try and tackle this hitch. Get a little red back there, you know. Kind of pull that whole underside together. And then as for the 3rd brake light, look at that, guys. I'm like, if you just want to stock the 3rd brake light and you don't want to pay or upgrade or do anything, that's honestly a great freaking look. I mean, just paint the bezel instead of coming over here and like this light, you know. Same thing on those 5th gens. It's just painting the lens. These were broken open and body matched, and then they come around here and paint the bezel and then clear the whole light as well. But that looks sweet. That also looks sweet. And then up there, even though he probably could have just did the lens on these, because this is a Recon 3rd, actually opened this up, painted the whole thing green inside, and then also painted the surround just like I did on that truck. So like I said, you could keep it stock, just kind of shrink the surface area, or you can do something like this, Recon aftermarket 3rd, come in here and do the inside and the outside, both of which I think do look pretty darn sweet. That's awesome. Like, I think about this now and the fact that I've built this and I have this, but I've also built this and I have this. I do have an appreciation for both. I do have appreciation for this that I really didn't have once I finished this. And then now that I realize the, you know, both worlds, best of both worlds, I'm like, because even you in the comments are like, Ryan, I think you outdid yourself. I think I'm starting to love the banana more than lime. And I was like, dude, I think so too. Like, I'm sorry, but I think so too. But now I have an appreciation for both trucks because they're their own respective builds, completely different styles. Completely different styles. This is literally like a leveled wide truck, and this is a huge lifted truck. You know, 3 inches, 12. Big difference. Now she is hooked up to the trailer here that we brought the 5th gen home. No, we brought the 1st gen home on. Look at the colors, that's awesome. But yeah, she's still hooked up to the trailer from my buddy Mike, who we brought the 1st gen home, as I almost said that again, but the 1st gen home on. He actually needs a tire up in here to get this one done, so I'm gonna get a tire ordered, and then we're gonna put that on for him. Also, guys, you saw me hook up my line output converter in this truck. So right now, technically, all the circuits in this truck are closed speaker-wise. So I'm gonna take this to the dealer, I think, see if they could just plug it in, see if they can unmute something. That's literally all I think we need done. Or like get into, or they know exactly the module or whatever powers the speakers. Cause like I said, I switched this back to the 5.0 even. And when I did that, still no sound. So it's the thing that either sends the module or whatever after the Uconnect that converts it to sound, or like whatever powers the Uconnect, or the factory computer telling the Uconnect not to output sound, you know, something like that. So I don't know what I fried or what happened or what needs unmuted or changed, but we're gonna do that very soon, hopefully this week, so I can get rid of my damn Bluetooth Bluetooth speaker in here, because I want to listen to some tunes. I want to hear them subs thump, and yeah, I just took my visors today to our buddy, and he's gonna get them all wrapped up for us. We're gonna probably start doing some power stuff to this truck. My thing with this truck, power wise, is this transmission. Literally the 68. I don't feel like building one right now. I don't feel like putting that much money into the trans, into my second Cummins, my second 4th gen. I did the clutch and stuff on that truck, the South Bend dual disc on that truck, but like this one, like I don't want to sit there and build a, I mean, I guess it depends how cheap I can build it. My last trans, my 48, I got built for like 5,500 bucks, but I did everything except a billet output shaft. So maybe I could get this thing built for pretty cheap, and then it wouldn't be that, you know, that bad, but I guess we'll see.